reviewing Legalis, or Legails. This is a legal pack reviewing service powered by AI, and the general purpose of this seems to be getting your legal pack reviewed in order to know any potential risks or red flags when buying rental properties. I guess, or properties in general. Let's get started. I like the hero section. Um, it's pretty straightforward. My only word of advice is make a little more transparency around who this is for. I kind of had to scroll around to the about section to kind of get an understanding of why you would want it and look at some of the samples. On first review of this hero section, I can't tell specifically who this is for. But this is primarily for people who are about to buy a property, specifically an auction, it seems, and review the legal documents that seem to be very dense and often, 14 to 15 different documents all at once. So let's get started. The results are in minutes. Let's find out. Get started. So on initial pass here, I like that there's a guidance of like what you're supposed to do, upload documents. You can put in a property listing URL and your email address. Cool little section over here explaining kind of why it's beneficial. I would also love here in this section to have like some guidance around like, okay, what are the steps, right? I think you kind of addressed that in the initial page around like, okay, what steps are required. It's upload, analysis, receipt, report. Pretty straightforward, but that information would be amazing right here. So moving forward, I'm going to go ahead and upload some of these files here. Boom, I have some sample files that I got from the creator. Upload here, a bunch of different PDFs covering hazard report, drainage search, title plan, auction contract. It's the basics. After you upload those, you can also attach the property listing URL. Boom, grab this for 17 William Road and enter in your email address. Services. Okay. After you do that, agree to terms and privacy, and your first one is free. Then you're going to want to analyze your documents. Should take a little bit here. Okay, cool. At this point, it looks like the analysis is in progress. Okay, it's a little confusing that you kind of get plopped right into the center of this screen, probably from resizing, but this is pretty solid. I like that you can still use the website while the analysis is in progress. Will it get emailed to me? Yes. Okay. Also, make this more prominent. I had to assume that. But this is great. I like this. Other sites will make it to where you can't do anything while this is happening. No loading screen here. And second, you will get a complete your setup email from Legails. And you will have to complete your account setup. Email address already there. I'm going to enter my information here. Secret password. Always prefer to have either a magic link or a Google, but this is totally cool. They don't match. Okay. Okay, let's get setup complete. Registration. Okay, now I log in. Okay. Let's try. Okay. Okay, I don't have any more credits left. One is complete, one is processing. I was just checking to make sure everything was going properly. Let's check out the complete one. Let's see. Very solid loading screen. So you have the report and an Ask Assistant button here. Download PDF. You can ask questions. I assume that will prompt the AI assistant. Let's look through the report first. Property overview section, address, those details, key legal findings. Okay, let's see. Testing plan. Okay. I like the layout. Clear sections, bolded headings, easy to read. I mean, I could go for more spacing because it is like a lot of information. Though I'm certain someone who is comfortable reviewing legal documentation like this will not be intimidated. Uh, Me, on the other hand, I'm frightened. Okay. Home screen report. Okay, so it just gives you kind of key findings for each of the documents that you've entered here. Cool. And then this is a detailed analysis. What is different between this and the one upstairs? Okay. So these are, let me read up here, key legal findings. So this is specific for the legal documents. Okay. And then you have the larger, this is more in depth. Okay. I do like the concept of giving like a specific section for more detailed analysis. That's great. Though this font is really small, so again, hard to read. But I like the summary, legal obligations. And this is great because I assume you might pass this on to your lawyer or any other kind of co-investors that you would have involved in this. So pretty professional. Um, and then you're on your way. Gives you all your sections. Format error. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Let's run back up to the top here. Let me check out the AI agent. Let me ask a simple question. Were there any problems with the, let's see, like the hazard summary report? That seems like it'll be important. Yeah, let's ask about this and what I can do about it, because I know hazard summary reports. Let's ask the AI assistant if it can give me some next steps. Most pressing issue within that document. That's probably a better question. Like, okay, what should I handle first? Most pressing, okay, ground stability risk. The document indicates potential risk due to natural grounds, possible pass by, boom, boom, boom. Because this is what I feel like someone would ask. They see that summary before and go, okay, well, what one should I take care of first? This is nice. Detailed ground summary to fully assess the risk and determine necessary efforts for mitigation. Consulting a structural engineer or a property surveyor would provide more insight into these actions. Love that. This is great. This is wonderful. You can pick apart the document and get clear on, for example, if you have any other people working on this project with you, you can say, all right, I reviewed the document. Here's what's probably the most worthwhile thing to do. And you can grab a few high profile items from each of the documents to address before considering even auctioning for this dang property. Okay, cool. Back to the report. You can also download the PDF. I assume asking questions will just take you here. Let's test that out. Yeah, okay. Nice. Going back to home. Oh, you're out. Okay. How do you get back into your little... Okay. Okay, home spits you back out. No worries, I understand. Load. I would actually consider having a dashboard. Like once you have an account already, having this just be like the dashboard button. So I can just get back into this because I was briefly confused as to how to get back to this area, which has all my stuff in it. But I like this stuff. It's just great. And I also, I might include a like direct to email share button here or something like that. because this is probably something people are going to want to immediately send out and CC it to all the other investors or any other stakeholders in this potential auction that they're trying to participate in. But I love this. It's very, very clear, easy to read. Um, though I would consider maybe a different color palette, just for higher contrast, because this kind of yellowish orange and then this more orange, sometimes hard to read against each other. But and then maybe space out the words a little bit more. Though I assume as you do this more, you'll kind of understand what people care about the most, and then you can highlight those in like closer to the top, because they do have to read and skim through a lot of this before even getting to whatever is the most important thing to them. But this is hard.